Hello, and thanks for joining us at Snow Globe Rescue. Today, we have a bit of a disaster. This snow globe has just about everything wrong with it that a snow globe could possibly have, except for a broken globe. So this is Santa's living room. It's his house. He's sitting on a chair. Looks like an easy chair, but then there's a set of stairs that goes from the living room up to the second floor. It's a huge ornament in there that has, as you can see, has just fallen apart. So this is gonna be a big job because we gotta get that huge ornament back together. And then on top of that, the carousel doesn't work. The music box has sprung and we have to figure out how to get that out of there. So that's what we're gonna work on today. This is gonna be a big project, that biggest one I think we've done so far. So
yeah, definitely.
We are going to see if we can get this thing fixed. So join us. So first thing we need to do, since the base is already off, the base was disconnected when we got this girl, but pretty much easy access to the bottom there. And this is going to be interesting because and there's also a big stain on the top here. I guess this thing sat for a while and just accumulated some residue up there, so we had to clean that globe out. All right, so let me start out by pulling this rubber back here and making sure it's loose from, there's not much glue in here, but there's a little bit. There we go. I got the mounting cup, the stopper there, the loose all the way around. Pull the needle nose pliers out here so I can get a good grip on it. Okay. One side's coming up.
Okay.
Let me get the other side.
Okay, I have a good grip.
Okay.
Fingers.
Okay. I'm trying not to do any more damage to the figurine than it already has been, but let's see. This is going to be interesting when it comes out of here.
I have a feeling Santa's going to look like he's hit some hard times.
Okay, almost there. Almost there. All right. So here's the first part. You know, it looked a lot bigger. I guess the globe magnifies it because it looks a lot bigger inside the globe than it does outside of the globe. But so apparently this figurine was a two-piece figurine. It kind of fits together like a puzzle, I guess. And let me get this other piece out of here. This is a huge figurine. Okay, so go ahead and move that. All right, so here's Santa sitting in this chair down here on the floor, and then here's the stairs that lead up to the second floor. And it looks like this all just fits together like a puzzle right there. So we gotta glue this back down to the mount here, and then that should be fine. So that shouldn't be too bad. And it doesn't look bad. I mean, it looks like it has a little wear and tear, but it should be fine. Okay, so we'll go ahead and glue that back down and put it back in. And then, yeah, we're gonna pour all this brown water out and put some fresh water in there. All right, so we're back. We decided to leave the figurine overnight to dry because it was really wet and we didn't want to overheat it with the hairdryer. In the morning, we noticed that a lot of the paint was flaking off. And so we cleaned it again, and it turned out a lot of the paint was loose. It just didn't do well in the water. And we finally got all the loose paint off. And we debated whether or not to just put it back together and let it look, you know, kind of old and rustic, and you know, it's an antique maybe. Who knows? It's an old piece, but
then I really couldn't.
Yeah, so Allie decided to.
I decided that I thought we should paint it. So this is what we're gonna do. I haven't really ever done arts and crafts.
Yeah.
So, but I figured, what the hell? So all of the paint came off on this. So I'm like, no, let's paint it. Let's see what we can do. So we're gonna paint it and then go from there.
Yeah, we've never actually painted a figurine in a snow globe before, so this is a first for us. This is something new we're gonna try. We got our tester's paint here that, you know, this is not water soluble. You have to use paint thinner to clean this, so this should do okay in the water. We're gonna go ahead and use these paints that we got from the hardware store. This is like the same model paint you use on like a model. And then we got some of the artist brushes, and we're going to go ahead and paint that, let it dry completely, and then we're going to go ahead and hit it with some of this clear coat paint, because I want to give it another layer of protection, and plus there's still some old paint on there that hopefully that'll protect it from the water. All right, so Allie did a really great job touching up the paint on this figurine right here. And she also did the second part of the figurine. That looks really good. So this turned out great, I think, especially for the first time doing this. So we let this dry overnight, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spray it with some clear to protect the old paint and the new paint as well. Okay, so the clear coat, we let it dry overnight, and there's a nice, it shined it up a little bit. But
I'm so proud of this.
Yeah, Allie did a great job painting this.
I don't normally paint crafts. I was never a model paint kind of girl. So I'm just super proud. I did mostly this. I did mostly this one, sorry. And I'm super proud. I mean, you know.
Yep, there you go.
Just saying.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and
hold
that. Yeah, could you hold that, please?
Yep.
Glue the entire thing to make sure it doesn't come up on us.
Think it's good?
Okay. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure you get it. Hold on, over here. Okay, go ahead. Make sure you get it into the thing before you put it down.
Oh yeah, you know I know.
Got it. Okay.
You know I know what I'm doing. I got it. I think that's good, no? That's
Yep,
right
good.
where it needs to be.
Let's see. Yep.
You got it?
It's good. Yep. Okay, the figurine is now attached to the stock. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get that globe. This globe is huge. It's going to take a lot of water.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's like a half a gallon of water.
Yeah.
We're putting the clear glue in the water to thicken the water up so that the snow and the glitter fall slowly. Okay, so here 1, 2, 12. There, twice as much.
Okay.
A 3 count, I figured, is about a 3 count's about 1 tablespoon.
Okay.
So that's probably about 4 tablespoons.
We need the long spoon for that one.
I got it. So we're mixing up this glue in here now so that it dilutes completely before we put the glitter in.
And do we have any snow for this, or is it just glitter?
Nope, just glitter.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
Just glitter. Okay. So the glue is all mixed up in the water. So now, Allie, you put your glitter in there.
I have a feeling this whole thing of the glitz is definitely going in there.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's get some silver in there.
Okay. Glitz and silver.
Let's see what that looks like. Do we have a tall spoon, or you got it?
I got it.
Let's see.
Okay, so
What do you think?
it looks good.
You think that looks good enough?
I think that's plenty, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Okay. All right,
Ready to
so
get some more glitz.
okay, so this is the front of the globe right here.
Okay.
Can you hold that?
Yep.
All right, so we're going to bring this the figurine down until it touches the globe, and then I'm going to see if it's lined up properly. Not going in. It's putting up a fight. There we go.
Look at that.
There we go. All right, so we got it in there.
Okay.
It's level.
Okay.
Everything looks good.
Let's take a look. I hadn't had a chance to really take a look at it. Let's see.
Yeah.
I think, you know, for an antique, that's kind of delicate. I think we did a good job.
I think get that air bubble out of it. I'm going to pull back on the edge of the cup here.
Okay.
Then I'm going to get the syringe past the cup into the globe. All right, I think I got it that time.
You probably.
All right, so now we're going to dry all this excess water, and then we're going to seal the globe.
There we go. Oh, it's going to be crazy.
Okay. Okay, now we're going to seal the globe with hot glue. Just going to put a bead of glue around where the stopper meets the globe.
Looks good.
Okay, so we have the globe sealed. Okay, so the next step, and this is the last issue with this snow globe, is the music box and the carousel. It looks like somebody overwound the music box, and like when you wind it up, there's nothing holding it back, and the carousel just spins freely. So we have never worked on one of these carousels before, so I have no idea how they're put together, but it doesn't look like it was made to be taken apart. I see there's like a rod holding this part on, but there's no way of taking it off. But the music box, though, I see is held on. There's a screw right there, and these music boxes are usually held on by 2 screws, and if I tilt this over a little bit, it's hard to see, but the other screw is way up in there. Now, what's blocking me from getting to that screw is this carousel here, but it looks like this carousel is put together with hot glue. So we're going to hit this with the hairdryer, see if we can lift this off of the main spindle, and then I can put a hole in the side here to see where that screw is, take that box off, and see what I can do about fixing that. There we go. Okay, done. Okay, so I was correct. This was held on with hot glue. So we got that off of there. We'll put that aside. So now I can actually see the screw, which is like right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a hole. I'm going to use my Dremel tool, and I'm going to cut a hole right here so I can get to that screw, and it'll be fine because that hole will be covered by the carousel. So I'm going to go get my Dremel tool and get access to that music box.
I'm going to hold it still. See that flying projectile? That's a huge window. Little window.
It's bigger than I was expecting to make, but it'll work. It'll work. Don't worry. This one has 3 screws. Good thing I made a big window.
Oh, there you go.
Because had I not made that big of a window, I would have had to make another one to get the 3rd screw that I didn't even see up there.
So there.
There we go. There's 1 screw, and there's another screw hiding way up here. All right, so now, there we go. So there's the music box, but I still can't see how they attach to it. It's hard to see, nothing looks broken. Let me see what happens when I wind it. Yeah, it just... Oh, you know what? Yeah, one of the gears must be broken because this governor isn't spinning. So that's not connected. So I got to figure out how to get this disconnected from here. And it looks like, you know what? I have an idea.
You usually do.
I have an idea. Hold on. I think this might just be pressed in there. And if it is, okay. All right, so now I have something that'll hold it stable so I can, okay, just make sure that doesn't move around on me, and let's see if I can get that out of there. Yeah, that worked. There it is. I got it out of there. All right. All right, so now I just got to figure out how do I fix this music box, or I need to get a music box that has a way for me to attach this onto it. So, all right, so we will come back to it. I have another music box. It's the same music box, same company and everything, except it doesn't have this piece right here. And I can't get this piece out of here. So what I'm going to try to do is see if I can remove this barrel right here, this little music barrel. And maybe I can get this one onto the new music box, and we'll see. The barrel looks like it's pressed into place. These two pieces of metal that come up are bent over the end there. So I'm gonna try and loosen that up a little bit and see if I can get it out of there.
Said every single man.
Mm-hmm. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Let's see if this works. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So let's see how this works here. Is that just going to come out of there on its own? Or...
I like it.
Wow. Okay. Well,
there you go.
That sort of just popped out of there. Okay, so now I see what the inside looks like. Yeah, we need to put some glue in there so that this shaft doesn't. We're gonna let that sit so that glue sets, and then this spindle here should be solid again. And we'll come back when that's done and see if we can put this back together. I went ahead and removed the music barrel from the new music box, and so we went ahead and super glued this threaded shaft into this so it doesn't move. Now it's solid. And we're going to go ahead and put this back in. There's a little plastic piece that comes out of here that goes into a hole back here. We'll get that in. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bend those two forks back down to hold it in place. Right, and that. Okay, yep. And I think it's going to work. Knock this back into place. Okay, the old music barrel we've mounted it onto the new music box, and it is okay. So now we're going to go ahead and put that carousel back together. Okay, so just to be on the safe side, I'm going to attach this in the reverse order that I took it out and press this back in while it's out of the globe, and see if I can actually get that back in there.
I was wondering if it would go and easier than it came out.
Yeah, pressed in easier than it came out. Okay, so I got the music box back in with that little spindle up in the top there, and let's test it out and see. It works.
Right, good job.
All right, look at that, we got it. All right.
Good job. Lousy.
That was horrible. Try it again.
Let's try it again. Hold on. Okay.
What? All right. Okay, so first time we've ever done that, but we figured it out. Now I see how these things are put together, and if I see another one like this, I'll know how to take it apart. And so now we are going to reattach the music box to the base, which means it goes like this. And there should be, there's one screw hole lines up right there. from the bottom.
I know if you need my help holding something.
Just a minute here. I think I've got
And I am
this.
referring to this.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will drop a screw. Can you hold this?
Yep.
Okay, let me get this second screw in. Okay, the music box is reinstalled. The center spindle for the carousel is there, and it works. Okay, so now we're going to cover that big ugly hole that I made with the outside of the carousel. Okay, so we're going to put this carousel back on. We're just going to use like 4 dots of glue to hold it in. We don't need to glue the whole thing. It's not going to, there's no earthquakes around here or anything, so we don't have to worry about it. Okay, now we'll just put the carousel. You see the little ridge right there? It keeps you from, it helps line it up.
Yes, I see.
Right, so now I get the carousel back on there and just kind of set it down. There we go. And final test.
All right, it works.
We fixed it.
All right.
Okay, now we're going to put the music box on and the carousel that we fixed earlier. And this one has a side mount for the winder. This extension for the winder right here goes into the side. So we've got to put this together first, and then we can drop it into the snow globe. Let me see. Okay, so it goes right here. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple of dots of glue here. A couple back here. Okay, and then I'm going to put this music box in so it lines up with the winder. There we go.
Wow, look at it. Wow. I can't remember the last time well, we've never seen it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the last time we saw it together.
Yep, the carousel's working.
Excellent.
The figurine looks good. It looks so much bigger inside the globe, the magnifying effect.
Yeah, it really does.
So we had to change the brown water. There was water missing. Half of the figurine was detached. We had to reattach it. We had to repaint the most of the figurine because the original paint had most of it had flaked off. And we had to fix the music box. And we were able to actually fix this music box and put a new and replace the music barrel in there and get this working again. So this was probably one of the biggest restoration jobs we've done in a snow globe so far, but we've learned a couple of things, you know, as
Really
far as
proud of this one.
yeah, we learned something about the music box and how to fix the carousel.
Yep.
And our first time painting.
We learned what not to do with the paint.
Right. So this turned out really nice. Another snow globe rescue.
Really happy with this one. This one's cool.
So
Let us know what you think.
and we'll see you on the next video.
Thank you again for anybody who's watching this and your positive thoughts and comments. Take
Thanks.
care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.